In this session, we'll complete the auxiliary view as well as the top and front view. We'll start by clicking on the layer control box and then changing the current layer to be the hidden lines layer. Now, after selecting the line icon, we'll click on the vertex of the V-cut to define the first endpoint of the line. We'll now hold down the Shift key and click the right mouse button, and then select the option Perpendicular in the pop-up window. Now we'll move the crosshairs next to the inclined line in the front view until we see the word perpendicular appear as shown here, and then left-click the mouse to define the other endpoint of the line. Now we'll extend the line that connects the auxiliary view and the front view. After ending the line command, we'll now change the current layer to be the construction line layer. And now we'll create the two vertical construction lines shown here. And then we'll switch the current view to be the object lines layer and draw the lines in the top view shown here. The next step is to set a polar tracking option. We'll do this by clicking the right mouse button while the cursor is located on the polar button and then selecting the settings option. We'll now set the increment angle to 120 and then click the OK button. Now we'll use the Zoom Real-Time icon along with the Pan icon in order to enlarge the display of the top view as shown here. We'll now draw a line whose first endpoint coincides with the end of the horizontal line as shown here. And the other endpoint is controlled by the polar increment angle setting as we can see here. The next step is to create the other inclined line in the top view by repeating the previous steps with a polar increment angle setting of -120 degrees. We'll now add the other object lines in the top view as shown here. In order to transfer the position at the end of the 30-degree inclined lines down to the front view, we'll add a vertical construction line. And then draw an object line along this construction line in the front view. The final steps involve first creating construction lines that transfer positions from the front view up to the auxiliary view, and then adding the necessary object lines to the auxiliary view.